goal basically was just to, get the emotions out there, to show the feelings of, two or a couple going back and forth, arguing over something that's probably not even that deep. Unfortunately, in my situation, my life, I have related to this too many times. I just think, in general, I think around our age, our generation, young love is pretty hard. So I think a lot of us can relate to certain parts of this film and some of the emotions and feelings you may get from, some of the scenes that were on the short film. This is my first time acting in
like a movie.
Yeah, type? Like a movie or something like that. Yes.
Okay. Was it difficult?
I wouldn't say it was difficult, but I would say I definitely took a little bit of. I wouldn't say I was nervous at first, but it took time to warm up, kind of get confident. And I think having everybody around me, I'm familiar faces, so kind of just made me want to lock in and do good. When I first got there, nerves definitely was the hardest part. The second hardest part would probably be remembering the lines. I think we kind of started going a little bit off script and just, do what we felt. But other than that, I don't think it was too difficult. It was fun to work, for sure. My favorite scene was probably when the white dude wouldn't give me a phone charger, just because in the area we was at, that would probably happen for sure. Like, he definitely wouldn't give me a charger in the film or in real life. So I think it was that was my favorite scene for sure, because I like to talk shit. I feel like me and him got to have a little funny interaction for sure. The environment was great. I think for me personally, just to see, these are my guys. So I remember waiting for the 8th period bell to ring for us to go take pictures behind the school. So to see us grow as creators and see us grow as people and that coming into the form of how we work together was great to see from just taking a second to look back and look around. It was incredible for sure. Honestly, my favorite shot would probably be the drone shots. I give my props to my boy Jaden. That was probably tough. I couldn't do that. I think he made everything come together well with just the first scene. I think gives an anticipation of a film that's just about to be high quality production for sure.
Can we expect to see you in more films?
Definitely. We could film something tomorrow.
Word. Word. Hello.
Hey.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Amaya. I played the character that was the dude's girlfriend. I call her Destiny because I call her Destiny. So I played Destiny. She was the main lead character, the main female character. I'm sorry. The favorite part about playing Destiny, I call her Destiny first because I just feel like she needed a name. I feel like every girl that I meet named Destiny, they was the person that I kind of played, or they were the girl that I played. I played, and with Destiny, my favorite part about her, I think, was probably her boldness. But then it's like, girl, you kind of be wrong. So it was like, it was funny to experience a character that was the complete opposite of me.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part about it. Destiny was one of them girls, she's like insecure. She's been through a lot. Like, I feel for Destiny because she's misunderstood. Like, she's kind of toxic, but like, she misunderstood, and I feel like that's what kind of resulted to her outburst or her assumption or her lack of trust in her boyfriend. Yeah. I will say it could have been difficult because, like I said, I'm a complete opposite of her. Like, the whole, who the fuck is Angela? Like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And just jump into assumption and being toxic and just having lack of trust in my partner and not communicating with them. It was new for me, and it was new for me, and so it could have been difficult if I kind of didn't try to analyze who she was, analyze why she was like that, and analyze like what does she think, how does she act. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
No, that was good. That was good.
My favorite shot definitely was when we were like, it was my point of view, and it was looking at me, and then it was his point of view, and it was looking at him. I felt like that was really fire, and my voice talking in the background, and his voice talking in the background. That was really fun, for sure.
Did you get along with your co-star? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, this was kind of my first time professionally acting, as far as just being in music videos. But being like my team and the team that I worked with was very professional. They was very effective. Like, I really didn't do nothing. I was chilling the whole time. They told me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I honestly couldn't ask for a better team to have worked with and to have been a part of. So there was no difficult part about it. It was all love in the room, and everybody's so talented. So I was like, yeah, I'm like, am I up to par? But yeah, it was good. I don't want people to just look at the film. I want them to see it. I want them to see all the difficult challenges that we face, not only as a young couple, but as like a black couple in a more rural area. I think that's the word. And when I say not look, but see, I want them to analyze the characters. I want them to look at them in depth. I don't want them to just be like, oh, that girl is, bold and rude and ratchet, or that dude, he's dismissive or controlling. But I want them to see that like they are people. I want them to see the lesson in this. Even as far as the male lead going into the store and him automatically assuming like, you better not be stealing. It says a lot in today's society as far as what this generation go through. I want them to see us as people, but I want them to see this film as a work of art and not just a movie, not just a couple of young adults trying to get out there, but like it took time, it took effort, it took money, it took talent, and most of all, y'all know me, it took God. So I feel like without it, it wouldn't have come together.
Hey y'all, my name is Jaden, and in this short film, my role was the drone pilot and managing all the footage and making sure everything came out clear and perfect. Had it monitor set up and making sure everyone could see what I was doing and making sure all the footage we had was perfect.
You and Calvin been working together for a while, so when he told you that he was filming a movie, what did you think?
As long as we've been working together, I just knew that just whatever project we were working on, no matter if it was short film, music video, or just a simple photo shoot, it was just exciting. It was a project that was next on the list.
Yeah.
No matter what we were doing, it was next.
Heck yeah. Have you ever filmed a movie?
This is my first one.
You want to do
Filming
more?
with Josh, and it went real smooth. I like how it went. You feel me? The outcome was amazing. Final product was it. As far as always, just getting a perfect frame shot. Making sure everything is neat. It needs to be where it needs to be. Just as far as the camera angle, the shot, the lighting, the characters, everything. I do practice a lot with the drone, especially when I was in college.
Yeah.
And that was definitely a time where I did a lot of. I flew every day, and whether it was at day or night, it was something to do and something to just keep working at and learning how to get a different shot, learning how to do something different with the camera in the air instead of on the ground.
Yeah. What was your whole process for this? Like, what did you when you came into this? You brought X, Y, and Z, and this was your role. Like, what was your role? That's basically what I'm asking.
Basically, camera work as far as the drone and on the ground. Managing all the footage, making sure we had clean footage, didn't have to go through and chop so much up, make sure everything was simple. Easier for Calvin to do, for sure, and just to keep him on his toes, keep him going, and making sure he could get us quality work. That favorite shot was probably the car scene with Maya and Josh. That was probably the one that really did it. Just having the outside shot on the hood and on the inside and making it feel like you were really in there.
Yeah, that was cool. I think I could agree with that. Give us your honest opinion of the film.
I think it was great. I think this is as far as we've been working, definitely top 3 project put together and just formed to perfection. Because it's only gonna get better from here. So you could call it perfection now, but next one's gonna be more perfect.
Yeah.
Just from there on, it keeps going and going.
Hello, my name is Ella White, and I had the pleasure of co-directing with ADHD and being on the so I was all over the place, not gonna lie. I did mostly directing, so standing beside the camera asking okay, is this right? Get in the frame, let's shoot this, I need you to be here and there, action. I did mostly that, and then stuff like getting the script to our lead actors and everything like that, and making sure that they knew their lines and that they had all the information they needed to be ready to film.
What do you think is the most important part of shooting a movie like this?
Communication. I think communication is key, because I think once you have everybody on board or everybody in the loop of what you want to happen, then it's important to keep them updated on what's happening as of right now and what's going to happen tomorrow and all that stuff. And yeah, it's real important to just make sure everybody knows the current news, because creating movie stuff changes so quick. Like, we were on set changing stuff, like script pages were getting thrown out. Like, that's how quick it was moving. And it's just real important that everybody could hear and like be a part of the changes that were being made. So, communication.
So how were the vibes on the set? Was it hectic? Was it calm?
No, I think the vibes were great. I had a Red Bull beforehand, so I was lit, and everybody was like, yo, like, she the only one that got energy here, and I'm doing cartwheels and shit. But I think I needed that to be able to keep it going, to keep the energy going, like, because we were shooting late. But it was fun. It was nice. It was inviting. It was friendly. Like, nobody was like drowsy or not having a good time. I felt like it was still going the way it should, but that energy was necessary.
So life's a learning moment. So what did you take away from this experience? What did you learn from this experience?
Specifically, like, for this, I learned that making a movie is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of hands, or one person with a bunch of hands. It just takes a lot of actual work. Like, you gotta get these scripts. You can't just like, where's the script gonna come from? Oh, you gotta write it. Okay, let's get a shot list. What are you gonna do? You gotta write it. You gotta make it up. You gotta actually have a vision for all the stuff that you want to see, because even though it's in your head, it's not just gonna appear. You have to put the work in to make all this stuff come true. So I learned that production is real intense. I've had my share of like putting on stage productions and stuff like that, but filming like this was definitely a challenge.
What do you hope people will take away from this movie? And what do you think they'll actually take away, if it's the same thing or not?
I hope that people will take away that, like, damn, they put some effort into this. Like, oh wow, like this is real stuff, this is real work. Like, if anybody can look at this film and then look even deeper to see that these are actors, and this is a different shot, and this is a different angle, and this is a different cue that they had to make, and it's like all this stuff actually took real people and real time to create, and that it was an act of love for this art itself, because nobody would freaking be here if nobody wanted to do it. Honestly, nobody's being forced to get in front of the camera, get behind the camera. It's all out of the pure will to get this done. So I hope that they take that away. And then, I don't know, I think that's what I want them to take away too. So.
That's what you believe they'll take away too?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. What was your favorite shot from the movie?
My favorite shot was probably when Destiny was sitting in the car and she saw that text come up on her man phone. I feel like so much went into that specific, like, just 3 seconds of she saw the phone, you see her react, like, so much behind the scenes went into that, of like changing where the camera was and stuff. So I think that was really cool. I was in love with all the technicalness of this whole event, so that was my favorite shot by far. I hope that y'all see the effort and the time and the art that was put into this, because this just means new content, new beginnings, new era of what ATL, Calvin, ADHD, and Jaden, what they're gonna produce in the future. Like, this is big change, and I'm excited. I hope you guys are too.
What's going on, y'all? It's ADHD, and I wrote and directed this film. Had a great time doing it, and I hope that you guys really enjoy the film. Usually, when it comes to writing some of the stuff that we've done so far, I mean, it's kind of instant.
it's kind of just like a in the moment kind of thing where the idea just comes. And I have my great friend Ella here and collaborated here to help direct, the storm, that's in my head at the time. And we just go through and organize whatever we can, and that's kind of how it goes.
Was this your first time like producing like a movie?
Yeah, I would say this is my first time. I mean, especially to this extent. I mean, I think as creators, we've all kind of, dove into our own, projects.
Do you have the plan to make more in the future?
Of course, I definitely plan to make more films in the future. We actually have a couple films lined up, and I can't wait to put this stuff together for you guys, and in a way that you guys would enjoy. I think the biggest takeaway is relatability. I think that there are a lot of people who could see themselves in the character or in the characters that we created for you guys. I just wanted people to look at this film and see themselves in the characters, see themselves in the situation, and maybe reflect on, a instant or a situation in their lives that, was on the screen. And, whatever that sparks within you is, within you. But I really just wanted people to relate to the characters, and maybe that would provide the people with some level of insight.
Did you relate to the characters?
I did a bit. I personally have, I don't, like some of them decisions I don't think I would have made.
Oh.
Some of them decisions I don't think I would have made, but I can understand the frustration in the moment from the main character. And as I've said, these are situations and positions that I feel a lot of people can relate to. So as for me personally, I say 50-50. I say 50-50. Yeah.
How was working with the actors and the whole environment of the set?
Man, that was probably the most fun I've had working with others, because it's different from, the music aspect of what we do. Usually, the music is very, very personal between me and Calvin. And that dynamic has changed over the years, but to be able to give others like guidelines and parameters and just be like, go, like that was inspiring, because it really, like for me, like it was really important to have that team aspect. I was nervous and I wasn't sure that we would all pick up the same, vibe and the same energy from what we were doing, but we did, and it worked to an extent I couldn't even have seen possible. So, yeah, that was beautiful.
Last question. How long did it take?
The shooting or
the whole process and the shooting?
I would say the entirety, it was kind of off and on, but
When did the idea first come, like, okay, we're going to do this for this song?
I would say the timeline, it probably took, I think it was like 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
But actually, like the actual time, if you were to condense the actual time, it probably took maybe a week to put all of this together. So yeah, that was an experience, and I appreciate you guys for, following us along on the ride. And the actual shoot took, I think it was a 4-hour shoot. It was a 4-hour shoot, which is surprising.
That's 6.
No, it wasn't 6.
It was 4 hours when you got there.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
6.
Maybe like 7, bro. I'm going to 9 to 5. No shit.
Damn.
CJ's are going
It was late night.
CJ pulled up walking in the gas. He was already shooting.
Damn. Okay. I was mistaken. It was a 6-hour shoot. That's crazy.
He was tardy.
I was tardy. I was a bit tardy. For other reasons. But
It's okay.
we here, we made it, and yeah.
Put the shades on.
I
identity. I gotta protect the identity. As an artist and a cameraman.
Welcome. Hello. Introduce yourself.
Hey, it's your boy ATO Calvin, and I was the cameraman for this film, and of course the music.
Thank you so much. What did it take for you to get behind the camera finally? Like, you do this all the time. This is the first project. It's been you.
It took my boy AD to really, switch roles with me for the first time, and I feel like that was pretty much the goal to actually capture, because, I typically do camera work, and I'm typically the dude that, works the camera, so
Yeah.
it was 80.
What was your favorite part? Like, this whole process, writing, the shot list, like what you wanted it to feel, and like, what was your favorite position?
Shoot, that is a good question. Really just being behind the camera and actually being able to capture the shots that we want to capture, and for it to come across as a film and not just a dude throwing the camera around. I feel like that was the biggest goal. Creatively, I feel like I brought the actual cinematic shots and to actually accomplish a film, and not, like I said, just a dude throwing the camera around, getting shots. And I feel like what I did was actually capture a film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite shot?
Man, my favorite shot was the hat on the camera. The hat that was
Props.
man,
Props.
that was so last minute from my cousin. She just threw the idea out there and it just worked perfectly.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one too. When it came down to like putting it all together, was it hard? Like getting all those pieces and really like making a film?
Not at all. Honestly, I kind of had an idea on what it was supposed to look like. So just overshooting and getting more shots than we needed, I feel like made it easier to edit. And yeah.
Was this your first time doing like a movie type production?
This was not my first time, but this is my first time working with my own team to actually produce a production.
So I'm guessing you took some things away of what to do better
Yeah.
next time and what to look out for.
Most definitely.
How was the environment on set? Like,
Man, if I could work with these guys 1,000 times, I honestly would. I mean, it was nothing but love, it was nothing but support, and we made it happen. As far as my end, there's plenty of things I want people to take away, but I really want people to see the growth. I really want people to see that, we're at a different level now. We're not doing the same things we used to do, and it's only going up from here.
what came first, the music or the movie?
The music came first. We had this record in the vault for like all summer, to be honest. We really didn't know what we wanted to do with it up until AD had an idea, and he said we should shoot a short film for it, and completely gave him all of the tools, and he just wrote it up, and we went and made it happen. We jumped at the idea. The second he brought it to the table, it was just like, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we needed. This is what we've been needed. Definitely going to keep doing projects like this. I mean, if we could do this once a week, I would, but it takes time, and it takes, it takes effort to really bring a full team together and make it happen. But definitely going to keep producing more films like this. I really want to be in front and behind the camera as the team builds, and we have somebody else that we trust behind the camera, to where I don't really have to be, stressing that he's getting the shots or she's getting the shots. Yeah, I really want to be in front of the camera too. Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean, what do you have to tell people? What's your...
Just watch and see. I mean,
What do you see?
really nothing left to say. Keep it buck. We don't talk too much at all. We make things happen. We put it in action, and that is what you guys are about to see.
Right.